Alright, so we're back after an entire week of work. Well, not an entire week, but 4 days of 10-hour shifts. We're finally back to start playing some more Terraria. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. Oh yeah, that's right, we have the ATG missile. So we're kind of busted. As far as what we need to be doing, we have killed Aya Cthulhu as well as the Goblin Army. So we still got a few things to do, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the rest of the stuff to make the Desert Medallion, which I don't think that I have the ability to make yet. Let me make sure. Yeah, so I still need some cactus and some sand, so I'm gonna go grab that, and then we'll make up an arena and see what kind of fight we can have. Alright, so we've made quite an arena. I'm not quite done with it yet, but these Sinistrodons keep, ooh, nice. Very nice. Not the rarest of drops, but a rare drop, nonetheless. They keep spawning in the platforms up here and dropping down, and it's the funniest thing. Alright, where's the edge gonna be? It's gonna be right there. Okay. I want to make the arena so that it all fits in one screen, because there's usually issues with the enemies that spawn in the water. Sorry, like in the ground and shoot sand. They'll shoot sand and then it'll ruin the arena, because there's just sand. Like, look at that, he just spawned there. But they'll spawn sand and it'll ruin the arena, and it's just a sad, terrible time, so we don't want that. We want consistency. And I'm consistently getting destroyed. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm not supposed to use my primary weapon. I'm supposed to use that weapon. So yeah, the arena's almost done. We've obviously gathered more than enough of every resource. What's over here? Just these guys. So yeah, we're gonna make up the spawner and then we'll fight him during the night, because why not? No reason to not fight him during the night. I feel like I have a slowness effect on, other than just the water being there. We need to remember to use that as well. We got some nice summoning stuff in case we ever decide to break the rules and start summoning stuff. Alright, so for the medallion, we need a demon altar. Of course we need a demon altar. Man, I wish you could craft these earlier. I guess you can craft them kind of early, but still, like, shadow scales? Really? You need that? I guess it makes sense, but still, it's kind of annoying. So, let's grab all the materials, head to a demon altar, and then we'll fight the boss. Alright, so we crafted up the medallion, and I got a little OCD and was like, you know what, I need a path to go straight to this. I made a path where I can just drop straight in. No fall damage, just because there's water there. Nice, easy way to get to altars, because, I mean, getting to altars are a bit annoying at times. We need the platforms back. I also went ahead and made golden tools, just because they're a bit faster, and I had the gold. And I spent just enough time to be able to get an Eskimo hood and Eskimo pants, so we're all swagged up, for the most part, as an Eskimo for this fight, which is amazing. We're gonna be the best, and, you know, the banner mod, which is very nice. We want this. We want this. Gotta remember to move our effigies around with us, as well as using the sharpening station, because that damage buff is gonna be very necessary. Or the armor pen is gonna be very necessary. Although this thing seems to have some decent armor pen. I don't know how much armor normal enemies have versus bosses. I'd assume it's like 25 earlier on. But, yeah, just want to keep that buff going. Let's grab our, we don't have any other buffs. But, yeah, let's fight the boss. See how terrible it goes. I like the Calamity change where they allow you to, inside Calamity, just say, hey, I don't want to use my boss summon item. That'd be very nice, thank you. I very much so appreciate that. And sorry about the overlapping. I've been messing with it over and over again, but you have to restart the game to get them to move positions. So I didn't really want to deal with that. Alright, let's get some damage in. I think the other two guys died, I don't know. Or they just ran away. Okay, okay. I did not expect that to happen. Alright, is my right click like tons of damage? Not really. It is a decent amount of damage. It's probably more proc coefficient because it's a melee weapon rather than a mace, which is like a semi-melee weapon, let's be honest here. Alright, let's get our nice little damage buff going. Alright, that's some serious damage right there. I mean, we're gonna win this just because, I don't know, Desert Scourge is kind of easy, unless you're an Armageddon and then he's like terrifying. But other than that, he's pretty easy. Alright, go down. Nice. He's also really easy to cheese just because his new AI, as of the Draydon, it's a lot nicer. He doesn't try to intentionally attack you. He tries to wrap around you so that you can get all these spores to hit you, which I think it's a really nice change. And of course, when we kill him, we get our first sandstorm. So rude. I don't think there's anything we want to get from the sandstorm right away, so I think we'll just leave. Ooh, Wolfram Battery. But we are going to kill some enemies. Just, you know, why not? Kill some enemies. It's fun. But yeah, this arena is a good idea just because, like, there's no way that an enemy can spawn in the middle of fighting this or summoning it because it's all on screen. It's very nice. Let's head home. And, okay. Panic Mines. This item makes it so that when you get hit at low health, when you get hit to low health, you drop some mines on the ground. Now these mines are amazing in Risk of Rain, but in this is kind of lame just because like you need the boss AI, because most of the time you're using this against a boss. You need the boss AI to path into you, and that just like never happens unless they're doing a specific attack. So like Skeletron's hands could do it, but you have to like you have to line it up really well and play around the mines, and you're not really thinking about that all the time. But it's nice to have for like normal enemies. Like let's say you hit hard mode and something slaps you for half your life, you're like, oh my goodness. So you drop one mine, and I think there's a cooldown of like 10 seconds or so. I'm not entirely sure, but there is a little bit of a cooldown. We'll keep that right there. I wish having this in here made it so that it gave you the effect at all times. Just because it has that negative effect. Oh, we need the, it's not called a soul anymore? Oh, it's probably just named the Desert Scourge, yeah. Okay, so the Desert Scourge. The great sea worm appears to have survived the extreme heat and has even adapted to it. What used to be a majestic beast swimming through the water has now become a dried up and gluttonous husk, constantly on a voracious search for its next meal. Not me, because I killed it on the first try. It never ate me. Okay, so we got our bag. Sorry. We got our bag, which gives us the ocean crest, which is very nice. It helps us underwater, and in the next section that we're doing, I'll probably put it. It's hard to decide like what we're gonna do. Diving gear we can't get. Probably instead of the mana, because we don't need mana. I don't know why I equipped that. We don't need mana. We got an angler kit, which gives us some fishing stuff that's almost impossible to get normally, as well as some victory shard materials and a nice little mask. Let's wear all the masks. Honestly, for a playthrough, we'll wear every mask that the boss gives us until we get to the next section, and then we'll wear those masks. So we're looking fancy, mighty fancy. And then we got an item for stealth kits, which is the rogues, which we're not going to use because we can't. Very nice accessory though. It helps out quite a bit. I'd say next we're gonna go to the Sunken Sea, which is usually located right below the desert. So like you got your desert main entrance here, and usually it points straight down to the Sunken Sea. So it should be right about here. So we're gonna head on down there, and then we're gonna fight the giant clam. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any items that any weapons that we can get from the Desert Scourge. I think the next thing we have to fight, honestly, to get weapons is either Crabulon or the Eater Worlds. So until that happens. Oh, did I finally? I changed one of the settings in this HUD, and it got rid of the boss that you can't fight. Oh no, never mind. No, it did. Right? Yeah. Wait. but it didn't get rid of the that's hilarious. So it got rid of the vanilla boss, but it didn't get rid of the what is it called? The Brain of Cthulhu. It got rid of Brain of Cthulhu, but it didn't get rid of the Perforators, which is also Crimson only, which that's funny, but hey, at least it got rid of it in vanilla, which is always nice to see. There's nothing else we can buy, right? Nothing new to buy? No, nothing new to buy. I will buy a whole bunch of wood though, because wood is annoying to get. And having a bunch of platforms is very nice. So we're gonna head to the Sunken Sea, just going straight over to the desert, digging right on down, and then I'll see you guys when we show up at the edge of the sea and start drowning to death. It'll be great. And look at that, we show up just in time for a giant clam to spawn. Wait, the giant clam's right here. Okay, this is busted. We're gonna break the game really quick. Please, please, please. Nope, not enough time. Darn. I don't think he's able to spawn stuff because he's at the top. And when he's at the top, he usually can't summon like the projectiles that he drops down on you. So this is gonna be like the easiest win of my life, but I will accept it. The game did it, not me. It's the game's fault. I didn't manipulate anything. I just showed up. And he's gonna kill me now just because of positioning. I don't have anything to make me move better in water, so yeah. that was the easiest thing ever. And this unlocks a new NPC called Bob. So Bob here, he sells some nice underwater stuff, but they're usually rogue and range only. Or I guess he has some magic as well. Oh, but we also have a flail, which will be nice. Just an automatic little flail there. I guess we'll replace the rotten fork because that's not really doing much for us anymore. Especially since we have this one, which applies poisoning. Like the bloom is pretty busted. We got some summon weapons. We got another melee weapon. Oh, that's a ranged weapon. We'll keep that as well. And then we also got some gills potions. They're not too cheap, but I mean they're better than nothing. This does give us gills, but it doesn't give us very much air in the sulfurous seas. Sorry, not in the sulfurous seas, but in the what's it called? In the depths? Yeah, it's called the depths. The depths are a pretty tough place, but with enough prep, it's pretty easy. So yeah, while we explore this and just grab some stuff, because I think we might need it for melee. I'm not entirely sure. Some prismatic shards as well as some sand and some navy stone. I'm gonna talk a little bit, like just say, you know, like job was good, 4 days, 10-hour shifts, very strenuous, like insanely strenuous. I don't think that the giant clam can drop anything in pre-hard mode, so oh, they changed this. It's not an ore anymore. You can't just grab them all by using vein miner. That sucks. 10-hour shifts, standing the whole time. I'm doing like reverse shopping. I'm working for Amazon. So I'm doing like reverse shopping, and it's honestly kind of cool. Like, you take stuff from the boxes basically that they're shipped in, and then you put it on these shelves that are on like little Roombas, and then the Roombas, well not really little Roombas, giant Roombas, and then the Roombas take the shelves and put them in like a giant hall, like a giant room full of shelves. And so you got basically like an infinite, not infinite, but like a seemingly infinite amount of shelves. That's really space efficient, like insanely space efficient. And oh, this bounces, it doesn't pierce enemies, it bounces off them. I don't know if I like that. And then you got these stations that the shelves are taken to put stuff in and take stuff out, just to make like the sorting process a little easier. But it's basically like a giant library, if all the library, like the bookshelves, had, you know, products in it. As well as ooh, we got the tiny little shank. Honestly, we'll keep the shank in the 1 slot just because having it there would be very nice. for like certain scenarios, it would be very nice. All right, so giant clam here, loot and collection. We got Navy Stone. These are hard mode only, and these are, yeah, these are definitely all hard mode only. This might not be, but I doubt. Yeah, it's very fast speed, 23 damage, hard mode only, 100%. So yeah, we gotta fight him again in hard mode, which we can do at the beginning of hard mode, which is very nice. I don't think there's anything else we can really make. The Sea Shine Sword, which takes, oh yeah, we can make that. So we can make the sword. We can make the fishing rod. Okay, so let's drop these in here. Let's make the sword, just so we can see it. The fishing rod, just so that we have a good fishing rod for later, since we're already collecting some bugs. And then what else can we make? This is a ranged weapon, so we're not making that. Magic weapons, some furniture. I guess that's it. All right. So we made all that. So what does this sword look like? Ooh, it's a nice little projectile weapon. I like that. I really like that. That's the sort of thing that you would want for Eye of Cthulhu. 100%. This flail though, I don't think that it's really the thing, because like they expect you to do like this with it, and I don't think it does anything extra, which shoots a spike on contact with an enemy. What is it used for? 673, probably a post Moonlord weapon. The Morning Star, right? Yeah, post Moonlord weapon. That's very interesting. Barrage of petals and waterfalls on enemy hits. So yeah, we'll need it for later, but for now it's kind of useless. So we'll just throw it away. We're not even going to use it. It's not that good. It doesn't feel that good. If it doesn't feel good, it clearly isn't good. Amazon, yeah, Amazon. It's kind of interesting. Like, there's also like a decent amount of job opportunities in the like different role opportunities, I'll say. And they have a decent system. Like, they've definitely thought through their systems pretty well. Yeah, I don't know. We did a decent amount today. I've talked a decent little bit. We got a new item. We need to wait for a blood moon, which still hasn't happened for some reason. We could go and try and find Crabulon. I think what I'll do in between this episode and the next is I'm gonna cheat a little bit, just because it's garbage, this game. If you didn't know, there are these items. So like, let me find one of them. All right, so the first one, the most notable one, is the fungal symbiote. Now what this item does, are you ready for this? What this item does, sorry, I tabbed out, so the music is gone. Is, here, let me tab back in just so I can hear the music. It makes various melee weapons emit mushrooms on true melee range. So any true melee weapon, so this weapon, probably not, but the shank, definitely, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe just if they're within true melee range, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't used this before because I don't do melee. But it increases true melee strikes by 15% damage, so we get 15% more true melee damage, as well as these mushrooms that are emitted. So it basically makes a lot of weapons that are kind of bad really good. Let me see if the wiki has anything about the stats of this. The mushrooms do 15% damage based on the weapon's damage and our damage multiplier, which I did not know was a thing. Oh, I guess the true melee multiplier. Based on like increases melee weapon damage items. Okay, that makes sense. So it's based on weapon damage, since the weapon damage reflects that. And they'll linger for a few seconds after it collides with enemies. So I'm guessing it'll do additional damage. And yeah, so it basically just makes certain weapons like a decent amount better, as well as true melee weapons have a ranged attack. So it's really good. And you kind of want to have it. Like, it's busted. Next up, we got something called the Luxor's Gift, which is another item that's only found in a shrine. And what it does is for melee weapons, usually just true melee weapons, it makes red orbs that ricochet off blocks and dissipate after 5 seconds, and they deal 25% of your weapon's base damage. This is insane. This is insane. Like, not base damage, like 25% of your weapon's damage. Like, this is crazy. This makes pretty much any weapon more viable. But the way to get these things is you have to go out into the world. Like for the fungal symbiote, you have to go out into the world. Okay, you got this whole map here. Also, this guy is pivoting like a madman. Now you got to go to any of one of the like 13, 14 blue mushroom biomes, and you have to happen to find a chest that is in a cute little shrine that's themed after it, so it blends in. And it's in a chest that blends in, and you have to find it, and there is this item. That's the only way to get this item. No way to craft it, no way to like go after the fact, no method for finding it other than opening up T-Edit and finding the and looking at every single biome. Like, it literally takes like an hour and a half to find all these chests, just even using T-Edit. Like, it's insane how much time this takes. If the Calamity devs added a compass that just points you towards the closest shrine, it would make it so much easier, because you're just like, I want to go to a shrine, and it's like, there's a shrine over here, boy. Like, go do it. Thorium did that for like one specific boss, but like Calamity could totally do that. Totally do that, and it would be amazing. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. In the next episode, we're gonna either try to do a blood moon, we're gonna try to kill Crabulon, or we'll kill Eater of Worlds with our newfound probably Luxor's Gift as well as Fungal Symbiote, just because these things are way better. Oh yeah, and this effigy is one of them. So I found this in the shrine, just by chance. Like, by chance the shrine happened to be there. In the Corruption and the Crimson, it's easier because there's only so much Corruption and Crimson, and they're always on the surface, so they're really easy to find. But the other ones are like insanely difficult. And you also need to find the one in the Abyss, which is also easy to find because it's just at the bottom of the Abyss. You need to find that one to get the boss rush item, and the boss rush item is, you know, end game content, but it'll be fun to have that. And it's like, these things are necessary, and there's no method for finding them other than cheating or looking it up and then putting a whole bunch of effort into it. But yeah, so hopefully we will get some nice stuff. I'll probably try and find the Goblin Tinkerer as well, since we can definitely get rocket boots since we have killed the Goblin Army. And yeah, next episode should be a bit fun. I'll probably do 2 today, just because I haven't gotten to play Terraria at all this entire week, and it sucked. It's really sucked. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.